Former intelligence officer claims non-human biological remains found by the U.S. military. I'm wondering if Congress probe concerning UFOs and ETs will invite Dr. Stephen Greer of the Disclosure Project, who's been working on this for decades with very credible witnesses, and perhaps he can give more light on this subject. Now, U.S. lawmakers have been hearing firsthand accounts of UFO sightings from former members of the military, and according to former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer David Grush, the U.S. government recovered non-human biological remains found in UAP crash sites, what we call UFOs. UAPs is a military term for UFOs. Increasingly, UAP refers to anomalous rather than aerial phenomena to account for sightings in both air and the water, because they go underwater as well, or they come out of the water into the air. They're transmedium. In other words, they go from air to water and from water back to air just as easily. Now, Grush made the claims of the House at the House Oversight Committee hearing last week after Congresswoman Nancy Mace asked him if the bodies found on the crashed aircraft were human or non-human, and Grush replied, non-human, and that was the assessment of people which are acknowledged on the program I talked to, and that who are currently still on the program. Smithsonian reports a former intelligence official testified Wednesday the United States government has found and covered up evidence of extraterrestrial life for decades. The witness, David Grush, alleged at the House of Representatives hearing about UFOs at the Pentagon, has recovered crashed vehicles and biological remains believed to be of non-human origin. He said, I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP, that's unidentified anomalous phenomena, crash retrieval and reverse engineering program to which I was denied access. This is what he said at the hearing. He said, my testimony is based on information I have been given by individuals with a long-standing track record of legitimacy and service to this country, many of whom also shared compelling evidence in the form of photography, official documentation, and classified oral testimony. And at the hearing, two other witnesses, both formerly in the Navy, testified they had personal experience with UFOs while on the job, including a 2004 incident that was caught on video. UFOs or UAPs are defined as any object that are detected but cannot be immediately explained. CBS's Stephen Beckett writes, many end up having innocent explanations. They turn out to be weather balloons, drones, or small craft, while others remain shrouded in mystery, he said. The idea of extraterrestrial life has been receiving a lot of hype recently, reports Marina Corin for The Atlantic. A Gallup poll from 2019 found that 68% of Americans believe the U.S. government knows more about UFOs than it's sharing with the public. Meanwhile, 33% of polled U.S. adults believe that some of the UFO sightings have in fact been extraterrestrial spacecraft visiting Earth. I think people are just ready, or at least excited about the possibilities of alien contact, maybe more than ever, said Jacob Haq Misra, an astrobiologist at the Blue Marble Space Institute of Science. And adding to this interest, Congress has held 2 hearings on UFOs in the last 2 years, after a nearly 60-year hiatus from the subject. The last proceedings were in 1966, when then Congressman Gerald Ford convened a pair of hearings to discuss UFO sightings in southern Michigan and other parts of the country. Yet no hearing has revealed definitive evidence of life beyond Earth. Grush said he has not personally witnessed any UFOs, and he refused to publicly give specifics on some of the details of his claims, citing security concerns. Still, he said he would be more forthcoming behind closed doors. As a former intelligence officer, I go to jail for revealing classified information, he said at the hearing. When asked whether anyone had been harmed or injured to cover up information about extraterrestrial technology, Grush answered yes, but when asked if anyone had lost his life for this, he said he had to be careful and had directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities. Grush also alleged that the military had misused funds allocated for other programs to try to reverse engineer some of the supposedly non-human technology. Sue Gao, spokesperson for the Pentagon, tells NBC News' Michael Mitsanas that Grush claims are false. Grush first went public with his remarks last month. So we'll see where this goes. Interesting. This is by Neam Harris on The People's Voice. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.